Now Israel remained in Acacia Grove, and the people began to commit harlotry with the women of Moab.
Acacia Grove.
They invited the people.
And the people began to commit harlotry with the women of Moab. Come on, Israel. You know better than that. Man, these children of Israel, man. Always getting themselves into trouble. Trying to find one way or another to make God mad at them.
People to the sacrifices of their gods, and the people ate and bowed down to their gods.
Now Israel remained in Acacia Grove, and the people began to commit harlotry with the women of Moab. They invited the people to sacrifice to the sacrifices of their gods. They, meaning the women of Moab.
Gods. So Israel was joined to Baal of Peor, and the anger of the Lord was aroused against Israel.
Oh my gosh, these women got them to sacrifice to their gods, bowed down, and ate and bowed down to their gods, and they joined to Baal and Peor, I'm guessing in worship. Oh man. That's crazy.
Then the Lord said to Moses,
Take all the leaders of the people and hang the offenders before the Lord out in the sun, that the fierce anger of the Lord may turn away from Israel.
So Moses said to the judges of Israel,
Every one of you kill his men who were joined to Baal of Peor.
And indeed, one of the children of Israel came and presented to his brethren a Midianite woman, in the sight of Moses and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. Now when Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand, and he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman, through her body. So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel.
So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel? Okay, meaning like, because now they're all dead. Okay, but they said a Midianite woman, not a Moabite woman. Right? Yesterday we made the yesterday or day before yesterday, we made the distinction between the Midianites and the Moabites. Right? Because I was getting the two confused. The Midianites and the Ishmaelites, we were reading before that they're pretty much the same thing, right? And the Moabites are certainly different. But what about a Midianite who is a descendant of Ishmael be praying to idols, right? Aren't they slowly, isn't that where Islam comes from? Aren't they slowly like developing Islam? Right? God should be with them also. But then God is with Balaam. Where's Balaam from? I started looking this up a little bit because I was curious. The difference between Midianites and Moabites. This was from yesterday, right? Okay, here. Who were the Midianites? Abraham had more sons than just Isaac. Like up until now, this Bible commentary was saying that Midianites, Ishmaelites, pretty much the same thing, right? Taking Joseph, right? Oh yeah, here we go, Joseph. I was just studying Genesis chapter 37 and observed that Joseph's brothers sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites, verse 26 and at the end of 28. But there is a mention of Midianite merchants at the beginning of verse 28. And finally, it seems like the Midianites are the ones selling Joseph. In verse 36, I'm a little confused. Was Joseph sold to the Ishmaelites, then sold to the Midianites? Who then sold Joseph to Potiphar? Right? My Bible said that the Ishmaelites and Midianites, those names were used interchangeably because they're pretty much the same thing. Right? Let's see this answer to the question. The Ishmaelites were the descendants of Ishmael, the son of Abraham and Hagar. The Midianites were descendants of Midian, a son of Abraham and Keturah. So they are completely different. I don't get why my Bible said that. The wife he took after Sarah died. Therefore, the two groups were related, and both being nomadic probably traveled together. Okay, so maybe that's why my Bible said that, right? Because they were probably traveled together. I mean, that's an assumption right there to say that they're the same thing. Some scholars believe the two names were used interchangeably for this reason. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, that's where they get it. That's why they're saying that. Others say that Ishmaelites, well, in my opinion, they shouldn't be used interchangeably because they're two complete different groups of people. They're descendants of, they have two bloodlines. One is from Abraham and Keturah, one is from Abraham and Hagar. And Abraham and Hagar's descendants were blessed by God, right? That is different, very different than Abraham and Keturah. You can't say that they're one and the same. You can't use them interchangeably. No way, in my opinion. Only others say that Ishmaelites who were with the Midianite merchants may have actually purchased Joseph, then allowed the Midianites, who as merchants were more experienced at the market, to sell Joseph for them. Either way, both groups were involved in the nefarious transaction. Okay, so they're completely different. Let's see what this says. Abraham had more sons than just Isaac by Sarah and Ishmael by Hagar. He also had 6 sons by Keturah, his wife, after the death of Sarah: Zimran, Jokshan, Midianites, Ishbak, and Shua. The Midianites were the descendants of Midian, and therefore children of Abraham. They settled in, how did they lose their way? Abraham was once a pagan, so they found their way back to paganism, I guess, which is sad. They settled in the land of the east. Most scholars believe the land of Midian was officially on both sides of the Gulf of Aqaba. Although the Midianites, okay, you want to look this up just so we get a reference of what they're talking about? The Gulf of Aqaba. I don't see it on here. That is crazy. You can all right, here, the Gulf of Aqaba. So this was it. Midian, the Gulf of Aqaba is right here. Oh, it said it right there. So they settled to the land of east. Most scholars believe that the land of Midian was officially on both sides of the Gulf of Aqaba. But this isn't saying Midian is on this side, but some scholars say that was on both sides. Although the Midianites show nomadic tendencies later in their history. When Moses fled the wrath of Pharaoh, he traveled to Midian. There Moses met his wife Zipporah and served his father-in-law Jethro as shepherd for 40 years. The fact that Jethro was a priest of Midian indicates the Midianites, at least during Moses' time, still retained the knowledge of the God of their father Abraham. Why? Just because it says priest of Midian? It could be priest of some other things. Jethro's words and actions in Exodus 10. Okay. Jethro, the priest of Midian, Moses' father-in-law, heard of all that God had done for Moses and for Israel and his people. How the Lord had brought Israel out of Egypt. Now Jethro, Moses' father-in-law, had taken Zipporah. Okay, so he probably was. At the end of Moses' time in Midian, God appeared to Moses, still in Midian, and commissioned him to lead the Israelites out of slavery. Okay, so we got Midianites. As the children of Israel traveled through the wilderness, they employed the services of a guide familiar with the desert, Moses' Midianite brother-in-law, Hobab. However, the relation between the Israelites and the Midianites began to sour when the Midianites joined forces with the Moabites in order to hire Balaam to curse Israel. That's what we were just reading, right? The Midianites joined forces with the Moabites, right? But at this point, the Midianites have already turned pagan, right? Because this literally just happened recently, and we just saw that a Midianite woman was stabbed through her body, right? For leading an Israelite astray into idolatry. Later, when Israel fell into idolatry and sexual sin with the Moabite women, we find that a prominent Midianite woman was involved. The Lord then told Moses to wage war against them. Spoiler alert! We're going to get to that. All right, so now we get a backstory. We understand the Midianites and the Moabites and their relation to Abraham and the difference between the Midianites and the Ishmaelites. So we're getting a little bit of the genealogy there, which cleared things up, which I feel like is important. So let's go back a little bit, right? So again, the Ishmaelites are not part of this, right? So we know that.
Through the man of Israel and the woman through her body. So the plague was stopped among the children of Israel. And those who died in the plague were 24,000.
Whoa, that's a lot of
Then the
people.
Lord spoke to Moses.
Phinehas, the son of
Phineas
Eleazar,
and Ferb.
the son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my wrath from the children of Israel, because he was zealous with my zeal among them, so that I did not consume the children of Israel in my zeal.
Why? The Phineas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, has turned back my wrath from the children of Israel, because he was zealous with my zeal among them. What does that mean?
And those
Now when Phineas, the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest, saw it, he rose from among the congregation, took a javelin in his hand, and then he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrusted them to death. Okay, so I guess God is saying that he was zealous and he took out God's anger on them. So God felt like he didn't need to wipe out, consume the children of Israel. But so that means they only killed off one, but no, 24,000, right? So God was just going to wipe out everybody. And he just
Then
stopped
the Lord spoke
at
to Moses.
24,000 because
Phinehas,
of
the son of Eleazar, the son of Aaron the priest, has turned back my wrath from the children of Israel, because he was zealous with my zeal among them, so that I did not consume the children of Israel in my zeal. Therefore say, Behold, I give to him my covenant of peace, and it shall be to him and his descendants after him a covenant of an everlasting priesthood, because he was zealous for his God, and made atonement for the children of Israel.
Now the name of the Israelite who was killed
God
with the
blessed him
Midianite
for
woman, was
stabbing
Zimri,
those two.
the son of Saleu, a leader of a father's house among the Simeonites. And the name of the Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi, the daughter of
Cosby.
Zer. He was head
She's involved in some type of adulterous acts. Man, this Cosby name, man. This
The
Cosby
name of the
name.
Midianite woman who was killed was Cosbi, the daughter of Zer. He was head of the people of a father's house in Midian. Then the
Man,
Lord
two
spoke to
elders
Moses.
in their respective houses.
Harass the Midianites and attack them, for they harassed you with their schemes by which they seduced you in the matter of Peor, and in the matter of Cosbi, the daughter of a leader of Midian, their sister, who was killed in the day of the plague because of Peor.
I mean, it's not their fault that the Israelites fell for their seduction, right? I mean, the Israelites did get punished, right? 24,000 of them died. But you shouldn't harass the Midianites because of their schemes. They didn't do that so that God would get mad at them. They just seduced them, right? They should get punished because of their pagan practices, not for scheming and seducing the Israelites, right? Who cares about that? You fell for it, you know? Well, now we're going to jump into chapter 26.
And it came to pass, after the plague, that the Lord spoke to Moses and Eleazar, the son of Aaron, the priest.
Take a census of all the congregation of the children of Israel, from 20
Yeah, we need to count now because a whole bunch of them just died.
years
right?
old and above, by their fathers' houses, all who are able to go to war in Israel.
Oh, because we want to get to know, we want the number of people so that we know how many people are going to be fighting the Midianites. That's why. We're building an army right now.
So Moses and Eleazar, the priest, spoke with them in the plains of Moab, by the Jordan, across from Jericho.
Take a census of the people from 20 years old and above, just as the Lord commanded Moses and the children of Israel who came out of the land of Egypt.
Reuben was the firstborn of Israel.
Remember, 20 years old and above, not counting the elderly. Right? They didn't count because remember, in the next count was 30 and even up to 50, right? For the Levites. And we were talking about the fighting age, the warrior, the fighting age, ready for war, right? They're not going to be sending out older, elderly people, right? And that was the same number as the previous census. So we know that they didn't count the elderly, right? So these are 20 years old and above. But they're not counting people who are 80 and 90. I mean, or 100 and something back in those days.
The children of Reuben were of Hanok, the family of the Hanokites, of Palu, the family of the Paluites, of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Carmi, the family of the Carmites. These are the families of the Reubenites. Those who were numbered of them were 43,730.
All right. So I think it was like 600 and something, 630, something like that, last time altogether. Just the men, remember. Men of fighting age.
And the son of Palu was Eliab. The sons of Eliab were Nemuel, Dathan, and Abiram. These are the Dathan and Abiram, representatives of the congregation, who contended against Moses and Aaron in the company of Korah, when they contended against the Lord, and the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them up, together with Korah, when that company died, when the fire devoured 250 men.
Dang, yeah, we
They
remember
became a
that.
sign. Nevertheless, the children of Korah did not die. The sons of Simeon, according to their families, were of Nemuel, the family of the Nemuelites, of Jamin, the family of the Jaminites, of Jachin, the family of the Jachinites, of Zerah, the family of the Zarhites, of Shaul, the family of the Shaulites. These are the families of the Simeonites, 22,200. The sons of Gad, according to their families, were of Zephan, the family of the Zephanites, of Haggai, the family of the Haggites, of Shunai, the family of the Shunites, of Ozni, the family of the Oznites, of Eri, the family of the Erites, of Arad, the family of the Aradites, of Areli, the family of the Arelites. These are the families of the sons of Gad, according to those who were numbered of them, 40,500. The sons of Judah were and Onan. And and Onan died in the land of Canaan. And the sons of Judah, according to their families, were of Shelah, the family of the Shelonites, of Perez, the family of the Parzites, of Zerah, the family of the Zarhites. And the sons of Perez were of Hezron, the family of the Hezronites, of Hamel, the family of the Hamelites. These are the families of Judah, according to those who were numbered of them, 76,500.
That's a lot.
The sons of Issachar, according to their families, were of Tola, the family of the Tolaites, of Pua, the family of the Punites, of Jashub, the family of the Jashubites, Of Shimron, the family of the Shimronites. These are the families of Issachar, according to those who were numbered of them, 64,300. The sons of Zebulun, according to their families, were of Sered, the family of the Sardites, of Elon, the family of the Elonites, of Jaliel, the family of the Jalielites.
I'm just thinking about
These
the
are
number
the families of the
people.
Zebulunites, according to those who were numbered of
Imagine
them,
that huge group like that walking
60,500.
through the desert like that.
The sons of Joseph, according to their families, by Manasseh and Ephraim were the sons of Manasseh, of Machir, the family of the Machirites, and Machir begot Gilead. Of Gilead, the family of the Gileadites. These are the sons of Gilead. Of Jeezer, the family of the Jeezerites. Of Helek, the family of the Helekites. Of Azriel, the family of the Azraelites. Of Shechem, the family of the Shechemites. Of Shemida, the family of the Shemidaites. Of Hepher, the family of the Hepherites. Now Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, had no sons but daughters. And the names of the daughters of Zelophehad were Mahlah, Noah, Hagla, Milcah, and Tirzah. These are the families of Manasseh, and those who were numbered of them were 52,700. These are the sons of Ephraim according to their families. Of Shuthalah, the family of the Shuthalites. Of Becher, the family of the Bachrites. Of Tehan, the family of the Tehanites. And these are the sons of Shuthalah. Of Iran, the family of the Iranites. These are the families of the sons of Ephraim, according to those who were numbered of them, 32,500. These are the sons of Joseph, according to their families. The sons of Benjamin, according to their families, were of Bela, the family of the Belaites. Of Ashbel, the family of the Ashbelites. Of Ahira, the family of the Ahiramites. Of Shufam, the family of the Shufamites. Of Hufam, the family of the Hufamites. And the sons of Bela were Ard and Naaman. Of Ard, the family of the Ardites. Of Naaman, the family of the Naamites. These are the sons of Benjamin, according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,600. These are the sons of Dan, according to their families. Of Shuham,
Might be more people.
the
this
family
time.
of the
Holy.
Shuhamites. These are the families of Dan, according to their families.
Even after how
All
many
the
people
families
died.
of the Shuhamites, according to those who were numbered of them, were 64,400. The sons of Asher, according to their families, were of Jimnah, the family of the Jimnites. Of Jesui, the family of the Jeshuites. Of Beriah, the family of the Beriites. Of the sons of Beriah. Of Heber, the family of the Heberites. Of Malchiel, the family of the Malchielites. And the name of the daughter of Asher was Serah. These are the families of the sons of Asher,
Oh, they included a
according to
female.
those who were numbered of them,
Why?
53,000.
Does the Bible have anything to say about that? That's interesting. They just included a female out of nowhere. 2646. Nope.
400.
I wonder why.
The sons of Naphtali, according to their families, were of Jaziel, the family of the Jazielites. Of Gunai, the family of the Gunites. Of Jezer, the family of the Jezerites. Of Shillem, the family of the Shillemites. These are the families of Naphtali, according to their families, and those who were numbered of them were 45,400. These are those who were numbered of the children of Israel, 601,730. Then
Okay.
the Lord spoke to Moses.
So about the same. I don't remember if that was. I think that's less. I think we were at 630 last time. So less. Okay.
To these the land shall be divided as an inheritance according to the number of names. To a large tribe you shall give a larger inheritance, and to a small tribe you shall give a smaller inheritance. Each shall be given its...
I know those small tribes are going to feel jealous, right? Because they're getting a smaller inheritance. But I mean, the bigger tribe needs more land to live. So can't really blame them for being big, you know what I mean?
inheritance according to those who were numbered of them. But the land shall be divided by lot. They shall inherit according to the names of the tribes of their fathers. According to the lot, their inheritance shall be divided between the larger and the smaller.
And these are those who were numbered of the Levites, according to their families. Of Gershon, the family of the Gershonites. Of Kohath, the family of the Kohathites. Of Merari, the family of the Merarites. These are the families of the Levites. The family of the Libnites, the family of the Hebronites, the family of the Malites, the family of the Mushites, and the family of the Korathites. And Kohath begot Amram. The name of Amram's wife was Jochebed, the daughter of Levi, who was born to Levi in Egypt, and to Amram she bore Aaron and Moses, and their sister Miriam. To Aaron was born Nadab and Abihu, Eleazar and Ithamar. And Nadab and Abihu died when they offered profane fire before the Lord.
I remember that too.
Now those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and above, for they were not numbered among the other children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. These...
Let me go back and read that again. Now those who were numbered of them were 23,000, every male from a month old and above, for they were not numbered among the children of Israel, because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel, counting the Levites, right? But that was a month old and above. Before, the Levites' census was from age 30 up to even 50. Now we're doing from a month up.
Because there was no inheritance given to them among the children of Israel. These are those who were numbered by Moses and Eleazar the priest, who numbered the children of Israel in the plains of Moab by the Jordan across from Jericho. But among these there was not a man of those who were numbered by Moses and Aaron the priest when they numbered the children of Israel in the wilderness of Sinai. For the Lord had said of them,
They shall surely die in the wilderness.
So there was not left...
But among these, there was not a man of those who were numbered by Moses and Aaron, the priest. So everybody who was numbered then had died already?
left a man of them, except Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, the son of Nun.
Gosh, so literally every man died from the previous census. Wow. That's a genocide right there. Holy. I mean, it happened probably in like the different plagues and stuff and all that. Didn't happen all at once, but that's crazy. That's it. Okay, so a lot of people died. Holy. All right, that's it for numbers 26. Tomorrow we're going to be jumping into 27. We're going to get into the inheritance, right? We just got a little glimpse of that, right? The bigger the tribe, the more inheritance. Smaller the tribe, the lesser the inheritance, right? So we're going to get more into those details tomorrow. But that'll be it for today's reading, numbers 25 and 26. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys later. Take care. Goodbye.